Alrighty then, guys. Once again, Life's a Game back once again, guys. Welcome all of you guys to this wonderful premiere. Highly appreciate any and all of you guys joining in. We are going ahead and getting this started. Legendary Roosevelt for directives, guys. You guys already know how it is. You know how it goes. Like I said, one step at a time, guys. I do this with randoms, no modifiers. Legendary 4 directives, guys. I asked these guys to join me in chat. And here we go yet again, guys. Hit that like button. You do not have to hit the sub button, but I hopefully hope you're going to enjoy this premiere. It's up to you fully if you want to hit any of those buttons, but all I can say is real recognizes real, guys. And we're going to go ahead and get into it right now. I know I've been away, just to start it off, guys. I've been away for a bit, and to be honest with you guys, I'm going through a moving process from home to home, which is a great thing. But like I said, I don't have all the time to be on here for those of you guys that might have respectively missed that post. So if you missed that post, you want to go ahead and go over to my post to see what's going on. More importantly, you want to go over to my Twitter X to be able to follow me and see everything that's happening, and you will that way you'll never miss a beat on any of the updates that I have going on, guys, before I return. So I have some stuff I got to go over just before I return, guys. My content will not be back to back. I will not be on here a lot. So that never did say, however, that never did conclude, or hopefully you guys didn't assume that I was going to not bring any gems out. So I realized that since I'm not going to be on here as often, I rather bring out some key gems whenever I do bring a video. So here it is yet again, guys, and you guys can go ahead and check out my respective 4 directive legendary playlist with randoms if you haven't seen all my other runs. I'm pretty sure if you guys are interested in this, you'd be interested in that. So with no further ado, guys, let's go ahead and focus and get right into the video and show you exactly how this is done with the random agents, guys. And let's hope that YouTube will promote this one. If they don't, guys, then you guys can always go over to Reddit, post this on Reddit. Just put it out there, guys. You got to put it out there. We as a community, respective Life's Game community, we got to put this out there because, like I said, sometimes social media or the YouTube platform doesn't do the greatest job of promoting this stuff at times. So we want to make sure that we get it out there to as many eyes as possible, guys. So just go ahead and share it, promote it, whatever you got to do to show that agents that this is real. And because I know a lot of agents that believe this is all fake, it's not real, until they see it happen. And there's so many agents, guys, it's sad, that do not believe this stuff's possible. But with the right know-how, guys, of course, as I always say, PDF, patience, distance, focus, all this stuff can be done. I don't know how many times I got to show it, guys. I feel like the most extreme broken record on the planet when it comes to this. But it's like, until people start getting it, I'm going to continue to do it, because it's like, I don't know, like, it's just a lot of players think I'm lying about it. And as you guys will see here today, we'll see how genuine I am, how realistic I am when I keep telling you guys how to do a 4 directive legendary mission with no modifiers, complete random agents. You'll see right now how to get through it, guys. So you just want to pay attention. You want to pay attention. Highly appreciate any and all of you guys joining in. What more can I say? Hopefully it's all been going well. Your 2026 New Year's been going well, guys. But let's get into this. So you're seeing us keep back here. We're keeping back here. We're staying back here because the enemy will respectively push in if we go too far up, and you don't want to do that with 4 directives active, guys. It's just something you do not want to do. You want to keep your composure. You want to keep distant. You want to make sure that you're hitting the enemy at a distance where you can see everything. Obviously, we do not have the minimap. We do not possess that right now. So what you want to do whenever you don't have that, especially with the level of the enemy and the rigor of this and just how hard these enemies hit, I was telling my team right off the bat, you want to stay back, and you're going to see respectively within this run why I'm telling them that. And hopefully it serves as a learning experience for a few of the agents that I ran with today on this mission, or at the time I ran it. Hopefully it serves as a learning experience, because that's my key thing, guys. Showing people how to run patience, distance, focus, showing them that it's real and it's not fake, and this stuff can definitely get done. So on that note, guys, you're seeing us keep back here. I guess I don't want to be rambling all throughout, obviously, but I want you guys to be able to take down exactly what's going on and what's happening and how it's being done. Because sometimes you're seeing something and it's totally not exactly telling you how that mission's being done. You know, like you're just seeing it. So in order to understand also, in addition to seeing how it's being done, that's why I speak, guys. That's why I run the commentary following the run, just to let you guys can know exactly what was going through my mind at the certain key points. And what we were doing. What more can I say, guys? I know these videos can be a little long sometimes, but like I said, you want to be paying attention, because that's the only way you're able to realize and understand how to get this stuff done. I've heard a lot of agents tell me at times and during some of my videos that I will yap it up a little bit much, but I'm like, the reason why I'm yapping it so much, agents, is because anybody watching this that wants to replicate the same success has got to know exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. If you're just watching me and there was no commentary on this, you don't know what the hell I'm doing, when you're supposed to push back, or even if you're supposed to push back, how to know exactly when to push back so you don't die. You're not going to understand any of that just by just watching the video. So that's the reason, guys. This video is mostly for hardcore agents, but I do appreciate any and all agents, anybody coming by just to watch it and be dazzled by it. I highly appreciate you guys as well. Anybody showing any type of support is always appreciated, guys. You know how it goes. Real recognizes real on this channel. And I just can't be any more genuine or realistic and straightforward than that. So you're seeing us deal with these dogs here, get them out of there. You're seeing us pass the first phase, guys, the very first phase. As I was telling my teammates here, you want to be focused. And on that note, guys, I think I shall totally go ahead and get into my teammates here, my wonderful teammates that ran this with me. Why not? It's never an easy feat. And I shall totally say here, guys, this is actually one of the first teams I've ever ran with where every single player here you see from the start actually finishes it and doesn't leave out. So that is a feat in and of itself, guys. That's an entire feat in and of itself. I cannot take my hat off to these guys any more than what I usually do. I just cannot do it enough, guys, because these guys definitely showcase extreme level of talent that is often unseen by agents and able to withstand the rigor and just, you know, continue through the entire mission. It's never something easy. So we're gonna start it off here, guys. As just before I do start it off, explaining the respective agents that joined me, you want to make sure when you're at this part that you kind of just keep distance from them, and you also want to use this area, this little like ledge here, or like ramp here going up the hill as cover. You want to use this ramp right here as cover from the bullets, because these guys will hit very hard, as I was telling my team here. But as long as we're back here, it shouldn't be the hardest thing. But they still can slap, as you guys shall see early on. But nonetheless, guys, on another note, nonetheless, the first agent here from WAR clan, War clan, we got Easy Fix 20. This guy was definitely fixing it well within the mission, taking directions, following suit, and that's exactly what I want to see, guys. This is never any easy mission. I wanted to just relay that out to my agents I was running with here, and also you guys that are watching right now. This is no easy mission. It's no easy feat. So whenever I'm telling these guys this stuff, I'm like, you know, guys, just take it the best you can and perform the best way you can, because it's not an easy mission. Sometimes you'll go down via trial and error, but the key thing is that you're learning from that trial and error, and it's not something that's consistently just being repeated over and over again with absolutely no learning process being involved, guys. You want to make sure you're learning as you go. That's the only way to totally ensure success within these missions, guys. Within this entire mission, to ensure success, you want to just make sure that you're learning and you're getting better as time goes, because that's literally what's required. So yeah, guys, that's just a very important aspect that you want to know about it. But touching back on Easy Fix 20, excellent game, agent. If you're watching this, it was an excellent run with you. What more can I say, guys? What more can I say? You want to listen. The next agent, sitting at 3039 shade, Tigro 58. This guy was he was pretty decent in the sense I'm following directions all around. Just there was like some areas, I guess, at times where I might have told him, you know, slow it down a little bit. Obviously, you want to make sure we're on the same page, and that's exactly what the reason why I was doing it, guys, because you want to be on the same page in these missions. You don't want anybody getting too far out, going too far in than what they were supposed to be. And this guy, at an overall level, as a complete agent, he did this pretty well. He played this mission pretty good, guys, and that's what you want to do. Like I said, it's always any agents that can run these missions is a special agents, because not every agent I can have, guy or girl for that matter, guys, not every agent I can have on my team, if they're not following directions, like for missions like this. Like, I understand normal legendary, that's super easy. Well, it's not going to say the easiest, but it's manageable for my talent level. Like regular legendary, that's not the hardest thing to bring some people through that aren't listening. But legendary with 4 or 5 directives, guys, that's just totally not something that you can just bring anybody through, especially randoms with no modifiers, of course, as you guys are seeing. You want to make sure you're just on the same page as much as humanly possible, guys. As much as humanly possible. You don't want to be on the outside trying to do other things and everybody's not on the same page, guys. So I was telling these guys that leads to 100% wipe when on this mode. You just want to make sure you're all the way there. You know, if it was normal legendary, you know, I could definitely, you know, compensate for that and get it done. But on this one, it's just that much harder, guys. As you'll see, like whenever an agent goes down, it does detriment the entire team on this mode. So that's why I was kind of telling them to just, you know, keep your cool. Don't rush too far in. You know, back up when need. Whatever I say, just follow my suit. I always tell all the agents, guys, if You totally do not know how much times I say it, but I always tell the agents, as long as you guys follow what I'm saying and what, you know, like my whole lead, it shouldn't be an issue like in beating these missions. We should be able to get through it. We will be able to get through it. It's just we got to all be on the same page. Which respectively brings me to this next agent, which surprisingly has a highest shade, 13,672. But at times this guy was just Lil Sumo 2612. He would be kind of pushing in a little more than I was thinking and getting in spots where it was like you can't get back. So what I mean by that, guys, is that whenever you push up, I was telling these guys, the way to know that you're in a bad spot, I often reiterate and say, you know, agents still go in a bad spot, pick your spots well. What I mean by that, I more or less clearly explained it out to them during this mission. I was like, if you get in a spot where you cannot retreat when time being and you die out there, that's a bad spot to be in. So I guess like Lil Sumo at times, he just had a little trouble understanding that and knowing exactly where to stand. And I kept telling him, do not stand in the same spots you stand in on heroic, much less on regular legendary difficulty, because if you do that, you're not going to make it out. Most times on legendary, you can't make it out at some parts. So it's like, if you stand in a spot that's not good, on legendary with 4 directives, my friend, it's just, you're not getting out of that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. As you guys shall see some of the areas in which that happens, and it's just, you know, the key thing, as I said respectively before, guys, you want to be making sure you're getting better. You want to be making sure you're making progress. You don't want to be playing this and you're just dropping at certain parts and you're not making progress. Those are agents I have an issue with, where it's like, you're not learning anything. Like, you just keep going down, and it's like, my team is not a team to just kind of be on and expect to be carried and not pull your own weight and just keep making the same mistakes over and over again, putting the other team at a detriment, putting another team in hot water. You know, it's like, that's not something I take so lightly. So I was just trying to let this guy know that he had to be on the same page moving forward. Otherwise, it would be a respective kick, guys. You've seen me do it multiple times before. It's just nothing against the agents. It's just they got to be able to listen and be on the same page with the team that they're playing. Despite shade, because as I told you guys, shade is just a number. It means nothing after 1k shade, after the extra perks you get following 1k shade. Like, there's nothing else to look forward to in shade after that, outside of you just leveling up. It's just showing that you level up or have a significant amount of hours respectively within the game, guys, which is never bad. It's definitely never bad. It helps the division in the whole process of things. But in order to win these 4 directive missions, guys, it's just a certain way you got to run it. And I just totally can't shy away from that. So touching on Lil Sumo 2612 here, guys, that's just something I want you guys to pay attention to and watch as we're going along. And you want to just be able to, you know, capitalize on that and not make that an issue for the entire team. Because when one agent goes down, when the directives are like this, and the pressure's on with a mission like this, it definitely affects the entire team, as you shall see moving forward, guys. But what more can I say? What more can I say? We continue pushing forward. As you see me launch my nade there to get that overdrive going, overcharge, tier 7. Which is a huge help on this mission, guys. You want to get all the firepower DPS you can get. You want to have the most well-rounded build. You guys totally know how that goes. So right here, we're going to go ahead and get into it just as we take this guy out. I was more or less letting these guys know you want to back it up. We do not want to fight up close right here. We kind of want to pull him and then go on the hill and fight him, because there's going to be chopper reinforcements as well as chunga, guys. So you want to make sure when you're at this part that you just keep distant. You don't run too close. You keep your head on your shoulders, and you want to just make sure that you're not too far up close, guys. Patience, distance, focus. I was telling this team live how to utilize that, and how to ensure that you get the best out of your buck and what you're doing, and to ensure that you stay alive. You know, you don't want to you just want to make sure that you don't get shot by anything careless. I was telling them, hey, even though they're this far away, they'll still hit you like they're right in front of me, like this pole here, this light pole you're seeing here. So you don't want to you never want to take anything for granted, guys. You always want to back it up. So you're seeing us continue it here. And as you're honestly seeing here, guys, these guys are going to continue pushing in right here, the enemy, as we're going forward here with this pull, this spawn. They're going to be coming closer and closer. So I was telling these guys, you just want to keep distance so you can see everybody there. I was saying that, you know, Tiger was a little close there, 58. So I was kind of letting him know you want to watch it from that distance, because when these choppers come, you want to back it up. You don't want to be that close, because they're going to have all sorts of enemy types, chunga and whatnot, guys. You know the whole deal, the whole platform 9 3/4. Totally no need for me to say. So as you're seeing there, you're seeing the chopper show up. And I was just letting them know, hey guys, we got to back this up, because these guys are going to be coming out heavy strong. Once we kill them, obviously there's going to be chunga coming. So when those bastard chunga come, always a pain with legendary. Definite pain with legendary 4 directives, guys. It just makes it that much harder. So you're seeing this chopper come drop these guys off, and you're seeing the Chunga right there arrive. So I was telling them, hey guys, we got to totally bring our focus on this big bastard, and we got to definitely take him out, because we do not want him getting up, getting any leeway, getting any step on our team, and having us go down. So you're seeing right there, you're seeing little Sumo. He was a little close up there. And I was telling that dude from time, guys, as I said before, I was telling them, you want to back it up because you're a little close there. These guys can pinpoint you from a distance, all sorts of angles. And he just didn't heed the word, guys. So as a result of that, it's three of us versus 4-man legendary AI with 4 directives. So I don't know what else more to say. It's 4-man legendary AI, which is how this game does. It scales. So I was more or less telling these guys, we got to back it up here. We got to kind of just push back and fight it from a distance, because these guys are going to push in on us. They got 2 Chunga coming, and they got all these other henchmen and other enemies around pushing in confidence with the Chunga. So the main thing is here, guys, we want to make sure we take the Chunga out. As you're seeing, little Sumo, he already put us in a high detriment already by playing like that. So now it's only 3 versus 4. I highly commend these other agents, Tiger 58 and also Easy Fix 20, as we were able to just, remain patient, remain distant. As you're seeing here, our DPS, I guess you could say, it's totally not completely on the high level side. So I did have to account for that and realizing that. So I was like, okay, if we can just keep our distance and do patience, distance, focus, we should be all right. And one of the key main component types / reasons for patience, distance, focus, guys, is just solidifying yourself back on the battleground, sinking your heels back into the ground, and just getting a lot better positioning than what you had before, in order to obviously overcome the task that's at hand, as you see these guys continue to push up. So as I was seeing them push up here, guys, I was like, you know what? This shit is getting hectic. I don't think we're going to be able to stand here totally for that much more longer. So I was telling them, best bet is to back up. As you see Fix 20 there backing up. One thing I loved about Fix 20 is that he never really questioned anything. He just kind of did what I was saying to do while fighting still in his own element, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So that big bastard snuck up there. He got me there. But Easy Fix, obviously, supplying himself as an Easy Fix here. Applying himself as an Easy Fix. I highly appreciate it there when he saved me there. He did have a revive hive, so like I said, guys, my excellent teammates here able to do that. But Sumo going down, guys, that literally caused just issues. That's what I mean. Whenever you're playing on a difficulty like this, guys, just for those of you watching, or if you plan to, you totally got to be on the same page to the point. When somebody goes down, you're near them. You're near them, you can help them, and it's not detrimenting the entire team, guys. It's one thing you do not want. You totally do not want the entire team to be detrimented by one agent. As you see us working our way back here, we just keep going backward, guys, because like I said, it's not the easiest thing. You want to get the patience, distance, focus. You want to get the main ground advantage on them. So we got Easy Fix, and we also got Tiger 58. So it's totally not bad to have 2 other agents here, of course, the more the better, helping you out fight these guys. We're taking this medic out, guys, as per norm. Medic is always the first key priority. However, with 2 Chungas, or 3 for that matter, coming after us at any given point in time, you want to make sure you have somebody that you feel can definitely offer that protection, as it will and oftentimes does get very hectic, especially with Chunga on the prowl coming after you. As you're seeing here, he's trying to walk up on us, and I was just telling him we got to get this guy out. The closer he gets, the worse it gets, the more these guys push. So you totally just don't want that. You want to be able to work it well. And that's what we were doing here, guys. This part was just, man, these guys really did come up on us, and they were getting closer, and I was like, you know what? That's what I mean by patience, distance, focus, guys. If you have to retract all the way back, or whatever you might have to do, you want to be able to get that done. You want to be in the more comfortable position, or the most comfortable position area to get it done. As there is 2 Chunga here. It's going to be absolutely no easy feat. I knew it already with this team. I was like, man, our DPS isn't there fully. So here we go back all the way again, guys. Just utilizing the entire area of the mission. That's exactly what you want to do. Keep it back here. Our last stance was more or less to take this guy out here. You're seeing how little Sumo's down. It's just causing more issues, guys. This is 4-man tailored. So that's what I mean when I say we got to all be on the same page. That's exactly what I mean.
System reactivated.
So you see me launch a nade there, another nade there, to get my, trying to get my overdrive going, but obviously it wasn't on there. So like I said, guys, you're seeing these guys push up, and this is a tight situation here. Now, when you're in a situation like this, you kind of want to just keep your composure, get these guys out of here. The closest guy, we got that Chunga out. And I thought, obviously, guys, we only had 2 Chungas, but then they're so close for comfort here, guys. It's not the best scenario. You see my team go down. And I see another one here, and I'm like, holy fudge sauce, guys. At this point, it's like, holy shit. We're not in a good position right here, right now, but we want to make sure we get these guys out. We get him out, and right away, I was telling Easy Fix, this guy was our next main priority right here. But then he goes down, guys. So here we are, 4 directive legendary random agents, guys, 4-man tailored, and I'm on my own. So we're seeing how this goes right here, guys. Somehow we gotta work something out here. We gotta work something out in this. So right now, guys, the key thing is, anytime you're in a position like this, you want to keep your composure, don't panic. So what I was telling Tigro58 to do is to get over here. Let me heal you. Well, let me heal myself first and foremost. But let me heal him. At least if we have 2 people up, we have a better chance, guys. We have a better chance or a better shot. I was trying to say chance and shot at the same time, kind of mumbled it. And I was shooting this guy here, and I was looking to move. You know, I was thinking I could have taken him out from here. He was a little close. I probably should have just stayed there. He was coming around, so I knew I had to move. I probably should have fast moved. Went cover to cover there. I didn't do that. So he took me out here. His life is only a minimal fraction. So I'm down here, guys. It's a very tough situation. However, I did pick Tigro58 back up to give us a better chance. So my main thing here was that he was trying to take this guy out. I guess he was really focused a lot, and it was a great thing there wasn't more enemies coming through. But I was more or less just kind of reaching out to him here, trying to tell him to, like, you know, revive me when you have time, like whenever you see fit. Because the more of us we have up, the better. And I feel like he was just trying to take this guy out, do his best to take him out. And he did a great job here. Kudos to Tigro58. Good job here. I'm keeping alive, taking him out. However, guys, you saw that I did do my homework. I got him back up. And we did injure this guy just enough to get that done. And he eventually does come over to bring me back, give us the best chance. And I was like, this guy's toast once I get back up. We're going to clean this bastard up. So right there, guys, you're seeing with these guys pushing in like this, you want to just make sure you're on the same level. You're keeping composure. And that's exactly what Tigro did there. He didn't panic it, try to run off anywhere or anything. He kind of stayed behind cover, saw where the Chunga was moving, deployed his skills respectively to hit him, and got the job done, guys. So, like I said, kudos to my team. And that's why I teach patience, distance, focus, guys, because the thing is, even when I'm down, it can still be utilized. And that's the reason why I showcase it. But on that note, guys, I was telling Little Sumo here, that's the reason, dude. You do not want to push up or rush, die in a bad spot, because you're detrimenting the entire team. I was telling him here, the entire team is being detrimented when you do that. It's not just you playing on heroic, you die, it's whatever. You know, that's how it can be. I say usually on legendary, or even like regular legendary, from what I've seen from a few agents online that can get through this mission, you know, on social media and whatnot. Sometimes they have builds where they can just go and still get them up. With 4 directives, guys, legendary 4 directives, complete another different level. This is why a lot of content creators do not do this. They cannot run this. They don't show themselves doing it because it's a tough situation. When somebody goes down like that, it detriments the entire team. So I was telling this guy, Little Sumo, when we get you back up, just follow directions. Usually, a lot of times with agents, I'll run the kick whenever I see them do something like that, because I'm like, you're putting us all at jeopardy. You want to make sure you run well. But Sumo wasn't doing the worst. As I said, he wasn't doing the worst. He didn't know. Trial by error, guys. If you don't have any experience, how will you have experience? It's kind of like getting a job at IRL. They always tell you they want people with experience. But if they never hire you, if they don't hire you, how the hell will you ever have experience? You know? So it's like, I just try and give each agent that type of leeway and give them that, you know what? I did tell you this, so we're going to see how you're moving going forward. You obviously saw what happened there. We nearly got wiped out. So what you want to do is you just want to pay attention and listen and all be on the same page and not be pushing too fast, guys. Which is the reason why I do this, guys. I see so many builds, so many goddamn builds, so many, I'm not going to say any names, so many channels showing builds saying this build shreds in Legendary, blah, 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 yada, yada. 3 best builds for Legendary. But they never, ever, ever show themselves running a Legendary mission or going through it. They'll just show like little clips of stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But at least for your community, at least for your own legitimacy, at least, in my terms, because real recognizes real, guys, I don't play the fake stuff. I'm saying at least show yourself or running a mission or live stream it or something, or at least post like an entire run of you guys and your team running an entire legendary mission, because it becomes very, very, very hard to believe these channels, as a lot of these agents told me, when they're never showing themselves run the mission. They're just showing a build and saying if you run this you can shred blah blah blah, and just showing little snippets of a 7-minute video, guys. That's just a facepalm to me. That doesn't show that you can actually get through the mission. It might be a decent enough build that can harm legendary, yes, but you yourself, there's some agents what refer to those players as beastly and whatnot. I'm like, that's definitely not the case, because they're not showing that they can do it. A lot of the agents showing those builds actually cannot run through the legendary mission normal, much less with directives, as they're saying. So I'm like, they just have to prove that. And like I said, guys, on my channel, Real Recognize is Real. If you're right here watching this right now, I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't backtrack. I don't go back on what I'm saying. If you can run something, you got to show it to prove legitimacy. You can't just say that, because, guys, I could sit here all day, and I say this all the time, all day showing you just a build and not showing myself run this, claiming I can do this stuff. Oh, this build can beat a Legendary 4 directive, but I'm not showing you ever myself run it. That's just so false, guys. So, what I'm saying, with those channels, you got to call them out. If the agent in that channel isn't showing you themselves run the mission, then that's already like a red flag. Like, it's, you got to ask them, hey, if you're saying this shreds in Legendary, can you at least show me yourself running that with that build in Legendary with the team? Hell, they could have their clanmates and their friends, because I know it's hard to do this with randoms as I do it. I get it. I don't know, guys. I'm just really real. Maybe I'm too real. But like I said, it's like, just show yourselves running the mission. Don't just talk and say the build shreds. Okay, they can see that, but a lot of agents tell me they want to see proof of how that's done. You know, like, you're just saying that, but how do you run that? That way they can better understand how to run the build, not just that the build shreds. Because you can say that the build shreds and then they use it. It's not exactly shredding as well as you're saying, because maybe that person has 30 expertise that they're not telling the player base about, and that's why they're getting that type of damage. I've had a lot of agents come to me and say, try to follow some of these builds and they don't hit as strong. I'm like, you want to know why? Because that agent's not telling you. They're not being honest with you and saying, I have a 30 level expertise on my build, which adds 30% extra damage to my build. They're not telling you that. So it's like, they gotta, I just feel a lot of these creators, guys, I gotta be honest. I'll call it out. I'm not afraid at all, because if any creator tries to hit me back up or anything like that, I have all the proof, guys. I go through it. You're seeing it right here in this premiere live. Real recognizes real. Hit that like. Like I said, guys, it's Division 2 God. I don't joke when I'm saying this stuff. I'm saying I really try to make you guys better as a community. That's my goal, to show you how to do it. Not just talk it, because anybody could talk it and put a video out for 5 to 7 minutes. It's showing you how to do it as well. And I get it, guys. If some of those players, those channels, like I said, obviously, despite all the subscribers, they're just not as talented to do it like this. They just aren't. And there's no knockoff of it like that. The whole thing is just this. Don't parade and go around as if you're a channel that does that and that's that talented, when you know that you don't do it like that. You could say I present builds that do respectively hurt legendary enemies, but don't go around telling players this build shreds and this and that, and then you never, ever, 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 ever show yourself running a mission, like, as proof, without any editing, showing that you can actually do the mission. That's just my key thing. Like, I just don't understand. There's a lot of players that go off of those channels and then they wonder why sometimes they can't get content done, and I'm like, dude, the person you're following isn't as real as you're thinking they are. They're just showing you a certain build. They most likely can't even do the content themselves like that, but they're telling you it can shred. And although that build might be able to kill some enemies in Legendary and it might be able to hurt them, it's still not a full showcase showing you exactly how to run that build and how to use it. Like I said, guys, I can make that all day. And if you guys just want 5-minute videos on builds that I have that just shred, I could do that, but that's not going to help you through shit. It's not going to allow you to win any legendary missions. It's not going to give you success at all in any way, shape, or form. So this is the reason why I say this, guys. We got to clean the community of shields, of fakes. And this is why I do these missions, because there's a lot of fakes within the community that do this. And these guys have hella subs and like hella followers. And it's like, dude, it's crazy. It's like, dude, like, I don't want to knock down anybody, but it's like, they got to just be honest with what they're doing and not act like they're like some crazy elite player that can just get through this content, when I know they'll struggle with the regular legendary content, even without directives, if they could even get through it in that case. So it's like, real recognize real, guys. We got to make the community more real. You guys just got to call those channels out. I won't say any names, obviously. I don't want any of that going on, although I could. honestly don't want any of that going on, because it's like, if I do that, it's going to tarnish some of these guys' reputations, and I know they're not going to be able to reciprocate and bring back the same stuff I'm bringing here back to me to show that they can actually do the mission. So it's like, before that even happens, I just try to give them a chance just to be realistic with their fans and just be like, hey, this build does shred, but it's not, you know, I'm not saying they're not saying they're the greatest player, that they can get through it. You know, like, it's like, just be honest, guys. Honesty. I don't understand why a lot of agents, they don't like being honest. And I'm like, the only thing, honesty is key, guys. That's the only way to get something done realistically, is being honest. And it's like, for whatever reason, all these channels, I guess they're out there for the money. They just don't want to be honest. I'll call it out, guys. I call it out to agents here. They mention stuff. I'm not going to say anything. I'm like, they mention certain names of certain, you know, certain channels. And it's like, I'm not going to call anybody out. I'm just saying, you got to stop being fake and just putting things out there like that. And it's not really helping the community, because it's realistically not. Like, you're feeding them a pipe dream, a false dream to them, and they're not able to get content done that you're claiming they could ease through with your builds, because you're not being honest about, first of all, the expertise level you are. Which, by the way, guys, I'll tell you my expertise. My expertise is level 5, and that's crazy. Yes, I know, considering the stuff I do, but all I can do is be real, guys. All I can do is be real. I'm not gonna feed you a pipe dream, tell you something that you can't do. My whole thing is to present these videos so that you guys could also too get this content done, if by the very least regular legendary, you know, and not be telling you something when I have 30 expertise or something, and like a rare skill item to help my skills, and I'm not telling you about that, but I'm telling you that my builds can shred, you know. Like, just be honest all around. And I notice a lot of these channels, like a few of them, are just not being honest with their stuff, despite all the views and all the likes they get. People are seeing these guys, and they're not the player, they're not the agents that they're thinking they are. So I'm just saying that, guys. I just say that to be real. And if they are, hey guys, prove me wrong. Whichever channels those are, prove me wrong. And you guys know exactly who you are. Prove me wrong and go through the mission and show your agents at least twice a month of yourself going through legendary missions. If you're going to show legendary builds, that's just how I see it. Like, that's how I'm going to call it. Because, like I said, there's so many fakes, and there's a lot of agents that have agreed with me. I'm not going to tell you the names that have agreed with me, but they'll tell me, they'll be like, yeah, like, if that YouTuber could at least tell us, or show us, not tell us, they've been doing a lot of telling, show us a mission with themselves going through it with that said build, then we'd be more inclined to believe it. But a lot of people are just biting off of that, and then they're wondering why they can't get legendary content done, much less content like this, guys. Is because they're not being realistic. So I don't have any 30 expertise on my build, guys. It'd be interesting if I had that, and I'm just showing you this stuff can still be done. So like I said, guys, I don't say Division 2 God for nothing, for no reason. I say that because I'm more or less showing to the fan base, not just talking, showing you guys how it can be done. And these are with completely random agents, no modifiers involved. So just be watching, be wary of who you're listening to, guys. Be wary of who you're listening to, because when you're getting a buck of money off of stuff, people are going to continue to do what they're doing. They really don't care. This video is going to go in one ear and out the other. As long as you guys keep giving them your attention, keep giving them your likes, keep giving them your views, and therefore they keep being paid. They're going to keep coming out with the bullcrap garbage, and you're going to continue to lose while they continue to offer you fake success through a pipe dream. So I'm saying that's something in this community we got to address, because it's like people aren't addressing that, and I'm like, we got to address it. It's one thing to be a build channel, guys. You can be a build channel, come out with your own builds, that's fine. That works, but just be honest with your fan base. Don't tell your fan base this thing can shred it, and you're never showing yourself go through anything with that build outside of a 5 to 7 minute video clip. Like, that just doesn't make any sense, guys. I guarantee you, if I show you any build, I'm going to show you getting content done with that build. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you the build and me going through it, which is why, respectfully, on my channel, guys, I don't show builds anymore. I just show you the know-how of how to get it done, because there's a plethora of wonderful builds. I can't tell any agent, I totally cannot tell any agents how to play this. There's so many excellent ways to play. There's a plethora of ways to play, plethora of builds. But what I will say is I will show you how I go about it and how it can be actually done with proof. And I feel like this is highly, highly lacking, guys. I'm going to just call it right now. It's highly lacking within the community, and YouTube isn't doing the greatest job of showing the channels, because I noticed that YouTube promotes channels that show just fast snippets. They don't promote channels that actually show you the actual talent, the actual objective being completed and done. You'd think the algorithm would be smart enough to be able to, you know, indicate and find and be able to decipher which channel is actually showing content that is tough, that is not normal, get done. I think that's how the old YouTube used to be, but now, this day's YouTube, guys, it's just about whoever can make you laugh the most or just get your attention the most via a fast video. That's who they promote, and I'm like, that's so wrong when it comes to elite level content, because that's not, repeat, not going to give you the tools you need to actually beat these missions. It's just not going to. So that's one area with YouTube I highly disagree with. Like, they just do not. The algorithm needs work in terms of showing things that actually matter within communities. I feel like it's not even just a Division 2, guys. I feel like any community where a player does something that's out of the ordinary, it's extraordinary. Like, realistically, the algorithm's supposed to be able to see that, realize that, and push that. It's supposed to be able to know to do that, and obviously it doesn't know how to do that right now, guys. So, as I said, guys, just promote this video, hit the like, show it on Reddit, whatever you can do, TikTok, wherever you can do, show it at, to show people that this stuff's possible. Because there's so many agents I have to facepalm, I come into contact with, and they think I'm lying anytime I say I do this until they see my channel. And it's like, I just wish these social media outlets, YouTube specifically, would just push the video more for what I'm doing, for what we're presenting. It's not just me, it's some other players doing some stuff, whether that's solo, whatever it is. It's just like, just push it more, because I feel like just entertainment and just random fake entertainment is pushed rather than actual real legit skill and know-how. Like, the YouTube would rather push a video that's fake with just more publicity to it. They push that video over a video that's actually legit, and I'm not in agreement with that. So I feel like that's where the algorithm needs high work, and I'll just say that now. But getting back into the mission, guys, I only say this, you know, you see me rambling a little bit here, but I'm saying this 'cause I'm real about this game, guys. And sometimes I'll see certain creators and it's like, come on, dude, like, be honest with your crowd. Be honest. Don't tell them that this thing can do this and you're never showing yourself run it, which I know you'd struggle. I'm just watching them and I know they struggle with the mission. So I'm like, don't give your followers a pipe dream, you know, based off of a 5 to 7 video clip. Like, to be realistic, don't be in it just for the money. I know a lot of them are in it for the money because of how they come off. Don't be just in it for the money. Actually show yourself running it. Show yourself that you actually play the game, that you can actually get the content done. Because a lot of these guys I question. But getting back into the mission, guys. Totally not saying any names. Getting back into the mission. I just want you guys to be aware. And I say this, guys. I'm saying this not to bash nobody. I'm saying this so that people can be aware and know what to look for, and what channels where there's a red flag, and how to know to initiate that, and what to address, what to comment to these people to let them know. And if they ignore you and they don't do it, and then that more or less just shows you already what you need to know. That tells you already what you need to know. So I'm saying, like, if anybody's real, guys, believe me, they'll be able to show you actual content themselves, actually doing a run with that build on with a team, whether it's clanmates or friends. I'm not saying they gotta run it with randoms, guys. As I said before, it's no easy feat to do it like this with randoms. Not everybody can do it. I get it. But I'm saying, even if they're with clanmates or teammates, still, that would still be proof showing that they actually run the mission and can get it done. Because a lot of these guys I question that are running these builds and saying Legendary can shred, I'm actually realistically in question whether or not they could actually even complete a regular Legendary mission without struggling highly. I'm literally, like, in worry about that, because I don't think a lot of them can, being honest. So just, if you guys want real content and real you know, you want to really get better at the game, you got to watch real players run the mission, guys. And like I said, I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just saying the realest you're going to see it is right here, guys. I don't know what else to say. Like, the realest you're going to see it is right here. I'm showing you room by room as you see us respectively get that done, kill that guy. I'm showing you room by room of this stuff and how it can be done with randoms. Legendary 4 directives, no modifiers. So I don't know how else to say that, guys. I don't know how else more clear to say that. So I had to touch on that, guys, because I'm getting tired of agents coming on saying the builds that they're watching from these so-called top creators are not hitting the same way. And I'm telling them exactly why that's the case. It's because they're not being truthful. They most likely probably have 30 expertise on their build, is why it's hitting like that. They need to be honest and let the team know. And you guys know exactly who you are, who I'm talking to. You know, you're up there high enough. You're getting paid high enough off the game. You're getting enough views. You know exactly who you are. So I'm saying you guys need to start just pinpointing that and showing it better. But as I said, guys, if you press these guys for questions and they don't answer you, they ignore it. That's already showing you all what you need to know. You might want to consider continuing to watch those people, because you're not going to get any results out of that, or any real success. That's all I'm saying. So off of that, you're seeing here, hopefully you guys are enjoying the premiere, guys. Real recognizes real. I'm telling you, sometimes my channel, I think I'm just too real sometimes, but I got to be real, guys. I love the division. I want the community to get better. And when I see shields or fake stuff, I got to call it out, because I could be that same fake player showing you guys a 5 to 7 minute build, not showing you me going through this at all. Not proving that I can do it, not even showing that it's possible. And that's what a lot of channels are doing, and they're eating pretty good off of that. I'm like, come on, guys, you gotta stop the fake. The fake's gotta end. Every dog has its day. It's gotta end one day. Some people are gonna be exposed, but that's gonna happen as time goes on. But it's like, my whole thing is just this: they could show build videos, guys, but just correct the community, when they're saying you can run through this or you're a beast, this, that. Just tell them that, you know, all you do is make builds. You're not saying you can run through it. Clear it up, because like I said, there's some of these agents on here, guys, that tell me in some of these channels thinking that you guys are something different than what you actually are. Some of you top channels. So just be honest with them and tell them if you're not that stuff. They're not trying to use your build and run into a mission, and it's like they're running into a freaking wall. And they're never going to get past a mission because they're not, you guys aren't being truthful with them. You're selling them a pipe dream. So just don't sell them a pipe dream, guys. Let's all be realistic as all agents in this community. Actually help the community get better. Realistically help the community get better. That's the best thing we can do. As you guys are seeing this. So you're seeing us back up here. You're seeing us, we've been keeping patience, distance, focus, guys. Let's just get back to the video. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just so real in this game, guys. So it's like, I gotta call it when I see it, guys. I gotta call it when I see fakeness. I gotta call it. So you're seeing us here. You're seeing these chungas coming up on us. There's two of them. So I was telling my team more or less, you want to back it up here, guys. You don't want to be like up close. You don't want to be too close like that. You want to make sure that you get distance. You're watching where these enemies are coming in. And as these chungas were respectively pushing in more, I was telling my team, you want to keep the distance. We want to get these guys out of here. This chunga right here, I was telling you, you want to focus most of our fire on him, get him out of there. This guy's here. The chungas are always a key main point, priority point outside of medics, guys. So the medic is really #1 priority, but when the medic is not around and there's chunga pushing up on us, the chunga is always the key priority, always the first one. So you're seeing another chunga there. I think we had 3 here. It's crazy. This game was trying to totally get us on chungas because it saw how hard we had it. It's interesting how Legendary operates, but once they know you're struggling with something, that's what they try and keep presenting to you. So nonetheless, though, guys, unfortunately for the enemy, we take this big bastard out. We light him up, and that's exactly what I wanted to see from my team, guys. So GG's. Excellent run here. We get him out of there, and all we got to do is do cleanup session, guys, and I cannot be more happy with my team, guys. By the way, one of these guys, it was their very first legendary mission. I don't know if that was easy fix, but this was one of their first legendary missions, guys, and we brought him through it. Thus showing you I'm not just talking, showing a build. This is the reason why I say this, guys, because I'm like, I could have showed easy fix or whoever it was. My apologies if easy fix isn't the guy that it was their first time, but one of these guys told me it was their first time going through a legendary mission at all. And the only way to be able to show this, that this could be done, is by me showing them, bringing them on a run, showing them that yes, this can be done and this is how you do it. If I would have just made a 5 to 7 minute build video, guys, and told easy fix to watch that and said, yeah, there you go, that's how you do it, go ahead and do it, do you think they actually would have beat the mission? So now do you see why I get on some of these creators that do this crap and say this thing can shred or whatever, and they never show themselves running? That's just, it's a pipe dream, guys. It's fake. I'll call it right here. It's fake. They're not being real. They're just doing what they can to have a money grab and get the money. That's all it is. And it's like, I could tell some of those guys, I could see the way they play. I'm like, I could show them some things they don't know, take them through missions that would be tough for them, because I know obviously they totally do not run it like that. So like I said, guys, you got to be able to recognize this. And like I said, the reason why I point this out, because I'm like, it's not good for the community. It's feeding them a pipe dream, a false dream, where they're not going to be able to get any content done realistically at all. That's just a fact of the matter of it. And it's like that's got to stop. Like, I mean, there's so many channels. I see other smaller channels as a result of those bigger ones doing the same type of crap. I'm like, bringing out builds saying this build is it. I'm like, dude, this is just toxic for the community. If you're going to bring a build out like that, show yourself running the mission with that legendary and we're the group of agents and actually beating the mission. Don't just say that the build can do that and all you have is a 7-minute build. That's your best absolute evidence that you have, which doesn't stand as evidence at all, really, in beating the mission. I mean, I guess I could understand if they showed themselves at the final area of the mission, showing that they got to the end. But even then, guys, like I said, people can set that up. They can run with a full team, tell the entire team to leave, and then it's just them by themselves looking like they reached the final spot. I've seen some crazy stuff some agents do and try, so I'm saying, or even speak of doing. So I'm saying, in order to show that it's not fake and it's real, they got to show themselves running the mission. Like, you just can't take somebody's word for 3 builds or whatever being good, and that's all they do. They never show themselves running the mission. You just can't take that. And if they're going to do that, at least be honest and say, hey, you know, I can't really run it like this, but these builds do hurt legendary, and with some of the builds I've tested, some of these guys actually do hurt legendary enemies, but they're not showing themselves do it. And it doesn't actually shred the enemy like they're saying all the time. Unless they have that 30% expertise that they're not telling the audience about, they're hiding, and whatnot. So it's like, just be honest, guys. Being honest is how the community's realistically going to get better. If we keep lying to each other as content creators and lying to the respective agents looking to your channel to get advice, the community is not going to get better, guys. And that's what I'm touching out. I'm calling the snakes out. You got to call them out. You guys have too much views. You're getting paid too much off this shit to be doing that type of stuff and bamboozling people and feeding them a pipe dream. It's like, come on. The Division community is not for that, guys. We need actual real people in this community, not people that parade like they run the game or play the game and they really don't do it like that. Because anybody could put together a build that could hurt legendary enemies. I get it. But it's not showing anything, guys. You want to know how to run the mission. And that's what my channel is. That's exactly what my channel is, guys. So, guys, yeah, I only say that just to ensure, guys, we got to be real. We got to be real. Hopefully you're enjoying this premiere, but I got to call it out, guys, because I do this stuff. The only reason why I'm saying it is because I know a lot of you guys can do this same content. Like, if you just follow what I'm doing, and this stuff was promoted a lot more, and a lot more eyes was able to see this. Which brings me back to YouTube, which is, you know, like I said, it's always tough. They never promote the content that should be promoted. You know, it's like, so like I said, guys, it's one step at a time. But as you're seeing us in here in this room, we're taking these guys out. As you're seeing, Little Sumo got a little close there. And that's what I was saying, guys. I was telling him before in the past. I was saying if you're the way you want to differentiate it, guys. So I'll tell you it the same way I told him. To know if you're in a bad spot. If you move up and you respectively cannot get back in time and you get killed, that means that you weren't in the greatest spot. You weren't not in a good spot. So that means that you gotta, like I was telling him, he just has to back it up and not, you know, go so close. You gotta really pick your spots. So I was telling you. Because it's like, I understand you most likely is trying, like I said, that's why I give these guys the benefit of the doubt. It's not the easiest stuff, but I'm trying to get them to learn as we're going along. Like, you know, you want to just pick your spots. You want to pick your spots, guys. That's why I say, I sound like a broken record whenever I totally say pick your spots. But what I mean by when I say pick your spots, that's what I mean. I'm like, you have to be able to backtrack without being killed. That is when you know that you picked the spot correctly. That's literally just how it goes. That's the only way to know that the spot has been picked correctly, when you can respectively go back and not be shot at or be able to get away. I mean, you're going to be shot at. That's totally my fault, but you want to make sure that you're able to get away. And that's what I was telling him. He was playing fine. Like I said, no knock on Little Summon. Obviously, there's things you got to learn. But I was just trying to let him know that, because the other two players, it looked like they were starting to grasp that easy fix. And Tigro 58, it seemed that they were starting to grasp that pretty well as we're continuing on here. So it's like they grasp that pretty well. And I was just telling Sumo, you gotta just pick your spots, my friend. If you can't pick your spots, stay behind the team. Like, don't be going up close. And I was telling you, just kind of keep behind us, fight from there as we're fighting these bastard dogs. And as you're seeing here, we were fighting them more or less, and then one of them totally jumps up top, and I'm like, damn, okay. They usually don't do that. But you know, this one jumped up here like this. So Legendary is always unpredictable, obviously. It's always very much so unpredictable. So what we want to do, obviously, is we want to just keep composure within this specific area. And just take these guys out is what I was saying, more or less. As you see him hit me there with a nade, guys. These bastard mutts, they are pretty good at it. This guy got up here and I thought I was kind of shield covered, but I guess he could see me from an area where my shield was not blocking as he hit me with that. So I was like, let me just go ahead and back it up. Get this guy out of here. I was telling him it's just all robotic dogs around here, and if we can take these guys out, it's a real good thing. You don't want them firing nades at us, as they respectively always do. And you see my team keep back there, which is an excellent play. Excellent way to run it. You want to make sure that you're just always paying attention there, guys. As you see me back up here, obviously I have my Bulwark Shield and my Liberty Pistol. Totally can't go wrong with the Liberty and Bulwark Shield, guys. Key combination when you have like a build that sets up well with them. And obviously with my build here, every single time I throw a nade, at least when that plus sign down there, I'm just under my bullet count. Whenever that's filled all the way up, it'll give us tier 7 overcharge, overdrive, whichever you want to call it. That helps out a lot with my shield, the regeneration process of various skills, and just also being able to get the enemy out of there at a faster time. And what you want with Legendary, with any type of directives on, you want to make sure that you have the strongest stuff, the most lethal, weapons and builds that you want, that you can have, you know? I was more or less telling my teammates here, as I always did, just play with the builds you're most comfortable with. That's my, more or less my advice to any teams running Legendary. Play like with the builds you're most comfortable with. That's the better way to get through it. However, there might have to be that one person that has to run a healer due to just the fact that it helps the team out as a whole if they have a great healer build. But for the most part, I tell them just run with what you're most comfortable with. That's the best way to do this, guys. I know a lot of people have their eyebrows raised or look at me like I have 3 heads when I say that, considering it's Legendary, much less Legendary at 4 directives, but it's like you want to feel comfortable, guys. That's the first step. That's the first step, first and foremost. And being able to complete these missions, you want to totally feel comfortable. You don't want to be running this and feeling like you know, you're running something that you're not used to, because that definitely will lead and can lead to wipe, to like a wipe, like pretty fast, pretty easily. So you just want to make sure that as we get these 2 bastards back here hiding, these 2 dogs, getting them going, you're gonna see something interesting they try here, because like a lot of times, guys, on Legendary, the enemies will oftentimes do their best to work and pull you out of position. That's like their key main thing. So it's like that's their key main structure. So what we want to do is we want to ensure, what you want to do, of course, is you want to ensure that those enemies don't do that. So you're seeing right here, you're seeing this dog right here, this gold one on the other side here. I'm shooting him. You're going to see this purple guy move out, and I want you to be pay very close attention to what this purple dog does. As he's shooting at me and he's trying to move out here. Obviously, they're not getting no slack. I'm not cutting them any. I'm seeing them from this distance. So this guy starts running this way because he wants my attention completely all the way over there. Now what you're going to see happen here, you're going to see the purple one. You see him? He's coming from the other side around me there. That's on my team to get him. Trying to come shoot me from the other side. So they're trying to pull a tactic there, guys. Enemies will do this in Legendary. It looks like they're just moving around like nothing, but they're really not. That bastard is trying to get me on the right side. He's trying to get me on my blind side. Excellent job on my teammates to help clean him up. But that's what'll happen. So it's like the enemies, at times, sometimes you'll see them just moving and you think they're just moving. But on Legendary, guys, anytime, and I mean anytime you see the enemies moving around, they're moving to get a better position on you or flank you in some type of way or try and get another allied teammate, allied enemy teammate to help them blindside you. You know, they're trying to, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to flank you. So you want to make sure, I tell my team this, you want to make sure you're just paying attention all the time, especially if we don't have a mini-map, guys. Totally doesn't make anything any easier. So I was just telling my team more or less, you want to be aware. You want to just know what's going on at all times. Never have your eyes just planted on one enemy and you're not watching the other one, because like I said, it's like watch my hand here as the other one does this. That's exactly how this enemy plays a lot of times on this specific difficulty. Much more so with 4 directives, guys. Just makes it even more of a pain, more of a headache. So you just want to always be totally watching out for that, guys. What more can I say? As the Premier respectively continues on here, guys. And as I always say, with each team I run with, it's always different. It's totally always different. So at this part, this is a real crucial part I was telling them. It's like you can either wipe here or pass. So I was telling them we might as well probably stay in this hole and fight him from here. Try and get him to come over. Because I was like, we could start up top, you know, 2 take the right, 2 take the left. But the whole key thing is this, guys, as I said before. The reason how you know you're in a bad spot is when you cannot turn around and retreat. And for most agents at this part, they will not know how to turn around in time to retreat and not be hit with as much bomb spamming and all that stuff that's going on. I was more or less just telling them at this part, you guys want to totally stay inside, not a problem. I'll go ahead and pull them, initiate them, activate them, and then we can go ahead and start from here. So you're seeing right here, I drew him out. Or better yet, so I'm about to. I haven't done it actually. There's a shot fired, and we are pulling him out. I run back in here. You're going to see a plethora of bombs start bombarding. Like I said, guys, I feel like we could have, you know, maybe started off up there, but I feel with this team and what our DPS was and how new they were to it at times, I was like, obviously, I don't want to go up there like this because that could definitely lead to a wipe if they cannot get back in time. You know, I've been in this tunnel at times myself or with like 1 other agent due to the other 2 or 3 dying outside. So you just don't want that, guys. You totally don't want that. You want to first and foremost, most importantly, be on the same page. So you're seeing here, you're seeing these guys right here. You're seeing they're pushing in on us kind of here, but they're not submitting, really like committing to the tunnel down low here. So what you want them to do, you want to be able to pull the team close enough to be able to submit to this tunnel and come down. That's the main thing that we're looking for. That's what you want. So you're going to see these bastards at times. They're going to get very annoying. They're going to keep back, stay back. And they're totally just not going to push in. But there is a way to deal with that, guys. Continue viewing. There is obviously a way to deal with that. Sometimes you might have to peek in and out of the tunnel, and I wasn't suggesting we all did that, guys, so I was kind of just taking the helm here, telling them that if these guys do back it up, I'll definitely get up there, re-trigger them so that I can respectively send my assault drone after them, you know? So it's all about strategy, patience, distance, focus, guys, on this mode. It's just you got to know what you're doing. You can't just run any old way. That totally doesn't work. So you're seeing these guys at a distance. So you're seeing me jump up here. I'm like, okay, so you guys can just keep back. Okay, you're seeing him launch the bombs. So we're keeping our composure here, guys. See me trying to throw a nade out there. Keeping our composure, because that's totally what we got to do. You want to keep your composure? We got to keep our composure. You see me jump back up here just for a second. I'm trying to send this thing after them just to be able to get them to come up, guys, to trigger them to come up. You see that nader there. I'm still trying to fire on him, get some good shots. You see him shoot the nade there, so I'm like back down. It's obviously a miracle that they don't, sometimes they don't just run down right away like that. How they do. This bastard shot that right on time, guys. Just before I jumped, like right after I pressed the button, like he shot the nade, like he knew I was coming up. So it's very interesting with this legendary AI, guys. I gotta totally say, it's very interesting. Nonetheless, guys, we continue to practice patience, distance, focus, and as long as we do that, we'll be 100% fine. I was telling them it's nothing to worry about. Hopefully, I can get these guys coming in soon. But that just wasn't the name of the game, guys. That just totally was the name of the game. So sometimes jumping up like that might actually trigger him to come by. As you're seeing him get a lot closer now. So I was like, okay, so the cavalry has respectively arrived. You're seeing them show up, trying to push us. They most likely usually push, as you see that body flip down here. That's what I love seeing. But I'm kind of trying to look to see if there's any more. I'm not seeing too much more. But I guess this was, obviously, guys, the best way to go about it with the current team that I had. So not only do I show you guys that this stuff can be done, I show you how to go about it with various teams, showing you that even teams that you're thinking, you know, we probably don't have the highest DPS, it's that still totally not an excuse. You can still get the content done if you know what you're doing. And I guess that's what my channel exists for, guys. Life's a game. That's exactly, totally, and utterly why my channel exists. To be able to show you guys this stuff and show you it can be realistically done. It's not a fluke. It's not a game. I mean, life's a game, totally, no pun intended. But the name of the game is WIN, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And that it can be done despite having the 4 directives, guys. What more can I say about it? I'm showing you right here. Hopefully you're enjoying it. And hopefully hope that this video reaches a lot of eyes, a lot more so than I'm thinking that it will. You know, anybody that's willing to watch this, willing to watch for the entire duration, there's a reason why it takes that long. Anybody saying they're speedrunning, I'm like, I'd love to see you speedrun in a 4 directive legendary mission, 4+ directive legendary mission, with completely random agents. Some at times of which whom have never gone through a legendary mission. Considering all of that, guys, it would just be very interesting to see these guys speedrun and go through it fast, which any agent that has ever told me it takes long for you to go through stuff, I tell them the circumstances that I'm playing under, the respective circumstances that I'm running this under, and they get quiet really fast. You know, they don't have much more to say, because I'm like, yeah, because they realize it's a mission that they probably most likely couldn't even get through themselves. And I'm like, it's cool to run the mission with clanmates and friends, that's a whole other thing, but running this type of content with randoms, come on, guys. You're not going to just run through this in like 30, 40 minutes. It's just not going to happen. It takes grit. It takes know how to do it, which is totally realistic. So what more can I say? These bomber bastards trying to bomb me, guys. But I told my team, you know, more or less we can continue pushing up. One of them did point out the sniper up top. I was making sure that there was no other enemy factions on the left side sneaking up behind us, guys, since that totally would be good. But they're seeing us make our way to this scaredy cat sniper. Yeah, all that room, and he never like really did much. Obviously, because we kept cover, you know, you want to make sure you keep cover on these bastards because obviously they will totally come in. So what more can I say, guys? Awesome sauce premiere. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it. I know I've been enjoying this one, guys. This was definitely an enjoyable one for me. You know, I kind of run these whenever I have that extreme itch to do so. Whenever that comes up, we get it done. And this was a place with a weekly legendary, so we got the exotic and got this stuff done. So what more can I say, guys? I was congratulating my team more or less here on reaching the final step of 4-man Legendary Roosevelt Island with 4 directives, guys. What better way to do it, guys? There's no other better way to do it. I was telling them just be ready. And I believe that our initial strategy here was to kind of sit up top for a sec, get a few of the enemies out, and then respectively head down. Preferably the boat, as I believe Tigro was saying, 58, within this mission, within this specific area, he was saying that we had to go to the boat, which I totally, utterly did not disagree with at all. It's just the fact of us getting to the boat, considering all the enemies have already been triggered. I was just telling him I think it's a lot easier if we kind of wait till like we more or less take out like majority of the enemies from up top, guys. So this part took like a little bit of time here doing this because the whole thing about this part, this section here, guys, kind of brought me back to the earlier days of Legendary, when Legendary Roosevelt was actually one of the first legendaries I ever completed for the shirt. And I was like between level 50 and 68 back then, between level 50 and 70. And that was quite a feat, guys, though. I kind of remember that. But I was more or less telling them that, you guys, you want to switch like your builds up. My main thing I was going for here, guys, was actually a turret and a healing drone. Because by having that, you could hit them a lot. Although I didn't switch to it right here quite yet. We more or less got that going. And this kind of takes up like a lot of like portion of the video. So instead of looking through this entire thing, scene for scene, obviously, let's totally, my main thing is just to kind of, fast pace this stuff right here, guys, fast forward it, and get to the next spot so we're not using up too much time. So on that note, guys, 1 second, as like I said, all we were doing here is just standing up here attacking these guys from the top, whether it be a drone, turret, which I started off with a drone, and I started using a turret. You want to just make sure you pick off as many of these guys as possible because those choppers and all that stuff are going to come down once we're done. So we're going to go ahead and respectively fast forward here, guys. So as you guys are seeing here, I was obviously trying to switch my shield and all that stuff to match my capacitor build because I was using the healing drone and also the turret to help shoot down, and the healing drone was healing the turret as it was shooting. It helps it stay alive faster, just for the record. But yeah, after doing that, we were there for a bit, so I didn't want to have this going on or lingering on that long. We took out a lot of the enemies from up top before getting down here, and then we were able to respectively get to the boat a lot easier due to a lot of the enemies being gone. But that was only half the battle, guys, as the full battle gets underway here, and the full battle ensues here. So what you want to do when you're down here like this, obviously I didn't have my build, so I was like, holy shite, let me go ahead and actually switch that over, get my... I was thinking of my shield. I was like, no, let me go ahead and have my assault drone, and I wanted to have my stinger hive. And the stinger hive was only going to be for protection at the back door, as you guys will see here. So as you're seeing here, I'm going to get the stinger hive. I'm going to throw this out here. So when I throw that out there, I'm like, okay, guys, so if anybody tries to come through the back, we have that. Our key thing now, guys, that we got to totally light the hell up out of these, chopper drones. I'm going to get these guys out. I was shooting my own drone there for a second. I wasn't realizing. I was like, holy shit, okay, never mind. Yeah, you want to get these chopper drones out, guys. You want to get them out. You don't want these guys to be inside here because with these guys shooting us, bombarding us with missiles and whatnot, it's just not going to make it any easier. It leads to the wipe a lot faster. So I was saying, guys, we got a DPS. Although I'll honestly say our DPS was not the highest. I was just telling them we all got to focus on one to get them out. So that's what our team was doing. I told them that I had the stinger hive there at the back, 14 charges, gives us plenty of time. Anybody tries to run through that, they're getting shredded, they're getting done. So that keeps them away. And a lot of times enemies will stay away from where that's at. My radius is 5 meters, so it's an excellent radius to be able to have protection, guys. It works as defense a lot, that stinger hive, so we have to switch out. And as you're seeing me use a different build. As I said, my capacitor for more DPS, obviously, than the bulwark shield and the pistol. I'm not saying those aren't strong. It's just not going to be able to offer as much DPS as we need, considering there'll be a chunga and whatnot. But that's another thing as we reach that. But like I said, guys, in this part, you want to just use a boat as cover, do your best. Each one of your teammates have you. Somebody's doing heals. That's always a great thing when you have a teammate doing heals. We definitely want to have a healer in here. We did make it to the boat. And I guess Tiger 58, he was so he was super like just ready to get to the boat. He kept saying the boat. And I was like, okay, let's just kill a few enemies up top, then we can get there since we already triggered them. It's one thing to run to the boat in the beginning before all the enemies know you're there. It's another thing to do it when they all know you're there, and it's like we got to take some of them out. So we did it all respectably well, guys. There was no wipe session at all in this room. We got this thing done, and this is how you get it done, guys. So you're seeing this chopper was right here. We're getting him out of there. God darn it, I was like, I thought I had him out. Its life was low. I was telling these guys, watch it right here because they're going to try and missile us. So let me kind of just crawl down a little more. And then maybe they can heal me here. Yeah, excellent, excellent job, guys. This is an excellent group of teammates, guys. I can't say any more than that. I don't know how else but more to say it, but hey, guys, Legendary 4 Directive, Roosevelt Island, no modifiers. I'm getting this thing done, guys. The old-fashioned way, like I said, it can be done. And I've done it many times, guys. Go ahead and check out my playlist of Legendary 4 Directive Brilliant Showcases to see more if you want to see Tidal Basin. You want to see things like Manning Zoo like this done. Those things were done as well, guys. Like I said, this stuff can be done. I can't reiterate it enough. And I'm just showing you, like as I say all the time on my channel, guys, real recognizes real. All the time. That's the reason why I bring this stuff to you guys. I'm in the process of a moving situation, as I told you guys, so don't expect a lot of content. I'm trying to, like I told you guys earlier in the beginning of the video, if I do bring anything out, I'm trying to make it respectfully be something that's gem worthy, like a diamond in the rough, more or less. I'm trying to make sure that it's good content, so that, because I know I'm not bringing content out on a consistent basis right now due to IRL obligations, but I totally cannot wait to get back on my regular content updates, guys, and uploads. But if you want to be watching me, guys, you got to go over to Twitter X and sign into that, and you'll see all my updates and what I'm coming out with and when I'll most likely be back. But back to the video, guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I hope you are. You know I am. I always am. But I'm glad to be able to bring this to you guys. It's always good. So you're seeing we took that bastard drone chopper out, guys, at final one. And I was just telling them, let's just keep our composure here. All we got to do is take these guys out. However, guys, we are totally not out the woodworks yet. I was telling them that there's like more or less a there is a chunga that will be showing up behind us, guys. So I was like, you know what? We got to be watching out for that. I was thinking I could get more ammo at that box I was telling them, but I was like, you know what? We got goddamn 4 directives on, so you know what? I'm highly assuming that that's totally not going to be the case, obviously. So you see us here battling right here. I was like, we got to get this bastard off the turret. And I was listening out for the chopper here, guys. I was listening out strongly. I was telling him I'm going to switch to my Autobotos when this chunga shows up, because we got to get him out. We got to... The Autobotos is the quickest burst weapon I know at close distance. I was like, we just totally got to get him out of there when he comes. So I was just keeping back here, listening out for that chopper, and as soon as it comes, I give him the word, and I'm like, we got to get this chunk out of here. Otherwise, that bastard will wipe us. So you're seeing us clean up here, guys. What you want to do when you're in this boat, keep composure, look around. Do not forget the chopper, though. That's why we had to get rid of those damn chopper drones beforehand. And right here, as you see me switching up, you hear the chopper. I'm like, all right, Autobotos, guys, we got to get this chunk out of here. I was telling him right away. So we were all on par. He was right here. I was like, we got to get this guy out. So I had a high burst Autobotos here, guys, and I was like, we just got to light him up, get his ass out of here as fast as we can. And lo and behold, guys, Autobotos does not joke when it's at close distance. My teammates obviously helped me. I had my 14 charge Stinger Hive there. So excellent run, guys. Excellent by my teammates. What a run. Following directions there, and we got that done. I set that up pretty well with the hive outside. And all we got to do now is clean up the surrounding enemies, guys. So this is how it's done. This is how it's done, guys. I don't just talk and show you a 5 to 7 minute build. I could do that. But if I did that, that totally wouldn't show you shit about how to get anything done. And that's what I was calling these creators out early on in the video. Might have sounded like a rant, but I'm like, these guys that are doing that have got to stop doing that, because it's not helping the community at all. It's lining their pockets with views and money, but it's not helping the community. So you guys got to be smart enough as agents to be able to see who these people are, pinpoint them, and be like, hey, you can't show us proof of you running this, then I don't take your word for it that you do it like that. And I don't take the word that that build shreds if you're using a 30 expertise level build where you have 30 expertise on your build. Be honest if you have that. Tell the agents you have that if you're running with it. I'm running with 5 expertise guys. I don't need all that expertise to win this stuff. But if they need that, they need to be honest and let the team know so that they get the same exact amount of damage output out of the builds they're so-called claiming shred. This is why I'm saying this, because there's so many. It's not just one creators with the S that run this, that say this stuff, and they have a lot of views. They get tons of likes. I mean, hundreds of likes, thousands of views, and it's like they're just fake shills. To be honest with you, they're fake shills. They're not telling you the truth, and they're not the players you're thinking they are. So it's like, come on, guys, come on, let's totally call it out, guys. Let's be real. Like I'm showing you here. What am I hiding, guys? What am I hiding? I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm showing you everything. I'm trying to get the community better. I don't have anything to hide. So it's like, for those that are doing it, you got to call them out. I understand a quick video. You don't have to have a long video all the time, but Jesus Christ, dude. At least have like 2 videos a month of you running Legendary, showing that you can do it if you're going to promote builds like that. And on that note, guys, highly appreciate Easy Fix 20, Tigro 58, and Little Summon 2612. We got Legendary 4 Directive Tidal Basin. Not exactly Tidal Basin. 4 Directive Legendary Roosevelt done, although I have already done Tidal Basin twice like this. We got that done. Legendary 4 Directive Roosevelt, no modifiers, guys, random agents. And one of these guys was their first time ever getting through the Legendary mission. So you guys think I'm lying when I'm telling you this. Real recognizes real. Division 2 God likes the game, guys. What more can I say? Hopefully you enjoyed the premiere, guys. And you gotta just promote it, guys. Promote it. Like the video. Show other people on Reddit, TikTok, wherever you gotta go to show them this, because there's too many agents, guys. Just one too many that think this stuff's not real and all that, because they watch all those other fake content creators and think that because they don't show it, it's not real or whatever. It's like, dude, I know you get your builds from them or whatnot, but those players are not the players you're thinking. This stuff is real. You just have to know how to run it. It's nothing to be afraid of. I was more or less trying to get Lil Sumo over here for the pick, but I think this guy was just jumping for joy inside his house or something, because it's like he went completely AFK as soon as we beat the mission. He wasn't at all like near his PC at all, because I run on PC, guys. So yeah, he wasn't near it at all. So it's like he wasn't hearing us. He wasn't responding anything. So I got the selfie right here with respectively Easy Fix 20 and Tigro 58, guys. What more can I say? Life's a game, guys. Keep tuning in. I know I'm moving. It's hard. But in this time, I'll continue to try and upload gems as often as I'm able to, guys. What more can I say? GG's. Highly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the premiere. Till next time, guys. Keep locked in. GG's.